cancel culture is a toxic weapon used by the woke mob to cancel free speech. I describe it as a pressure tactic entitled groups use to get their own way because I think they lean on individuals and organisations, just like mob bosses, with threats of ostracisation. Do as we say or we'll know you're not a good person. Join us in virtue signalling or we'll mark you out as the enemy. This week alone I've been cancelled twice. The Royal Academy of Dance, where I was a board member, sacked me without so much as a conversation. And from what I can make out, it's because I had protested against drag queen story time. And as viewers of this show will know, I said it was inappropriate for scantily dressed blokes in dresses to be gyrating and thrusting in front of children, and that it was not age appropriate. I also had a drag act on my show to share their perspective, just because that's how we do things around here. However, the RAD weren't happy with being associated with me after that and fired me without so much as a thanks for my years of service. I let them know that I found their position highly suspect, but they have since responded, clarifying the RAD does not approve of the sexualisation of young children in any way, and we categorically refute any insinuation that this is what we stood for. And then there was an issue with our Easter special. Regular GBNews viewers will know we like to produce beautiful Easter and Christmas specials to glorify Jesus Christ on his birthday and on the memorial of his death and resurrection. We're about to do our Easter special. We booked a stunning church as the location with a very supportive priest and congregation, many of whom I know watch our show. Their church's choir, however, some of whom may not be even practicing Christians, raised concerns with the priest as they took offence at some of my views. I don't know how many members of the choir complained, it could have been just one. But rather than refuting them and explaining how I'm not hateful, I'm not homophobic, I just adhere to the Christian teachings on sex and sexuality, the priest and the ordinary buckled under the pressure and cancelled our Easter special a week before we were due to film it. This is the power the woke mob has. All it takes is one emotional complaint and your plans can come crumbling down. They've ended careers, they have ruined lives. I mean, look at what happened to Kathleen Stock, for example. And where they haven't succeeded, i.e. J.K. Rowling, they never give up trying. I think it's high time we started standing up to the woke mob and saying, no more. We will not capitulate. That means we cannot join them in their divisive tactics. This week, Gary Lineker was suspended from presenting Match of the Day on the BBC for breaching impartiality rules. And some would say it's a long time coming, but I will not celebrate it, and I will not encourage further hostilities towards him. Mr. Lineker has a massive platform. He can and should continue to fight for what he believes in. He cannot do that at the BBC because we refuse to pay for it. But I support his right to free speech and would encourage him set up a YouTube channel or use your Twitter account, Gary, to further get his message out there. It's a message I entirely disagree with for the most part, but that's the purpose of free speech. If we truly believe in free speech, we should be prepared to defend those who we think are wrong. In a week of cancellations, I say shame on the Royal Academy of Dance, shame on the woke members of the choir, shame on the church for cancelling our Easter special instead of standing firm in the faith. And go, Gary. Let's see what comes next from you. I look forward to telling you why you're wrong on so many issues, but use your voice. Just don't force us to pay for it.